The question today is there censorship in medicine? I'm with Dr. Reinertson here in Central Florida. And Dr. Chuck, what are your thoughts on that?
Is there censorship in medicine? Yeah, take a look at this little video we're going to show you. This is from a doctor who's into research, and she's seen this. And I'm going to let you listen to what she has to say as whether there's censorship in medicine or not. Listen.
Okay.
I am an internal medicine doctor. I graduated medical school in 2001 in Kansas City, Missouri. And I ended up owning 2 of my clinics, being medical director and being a teacher for medical students for 8 years. I've researched a lot about vaccines for over 20 years, and I have also attended business and scientific meetings where they talked about the future of humanity around the world. We have not had freedom of speech in medicine for decades. I can tell you that we absolutely know in science and medicine the cures for many things. I have been a part of research where we found the cures for things. For instance, Pfizer, everybody knows that drug company, they actually found out, they were working with a scientist who found out the cause of why people get blockages in their arteries and have heart attacks. Well, the cause actually comes from dental bacteria, believe it or not. That the bacteria goes and travels and goes into the artery and into the wall of the artery. Well, then it weakens the wall, so your body's smart and it knows that it doesn't want the artery to burst open and bleed, so it puts cement around there, which is called plaque. When they found that out, they said, I wonder if our antibiotic, azithromycin, will work for it. So they did a study. We were part of it. And at first, the study was doing great. All these people's blockages were shrinking, and that's what we thought. And then all of a sudden they stopped the study. They told us not to do it anymore. And we asked the researcher why, and he said, well, because it was working too well. The blockages were just disappearing. There were no more blockages. That means the person didn't have the disease anymore. And he said, nobody can know that. What are we going to do for a living? All of my colleagues, all the other doctors said, we can't tell anybody about this. I and other people were threatened. They said, don't tell anybody about this. If you do, you'll never work again because we can't let anyone know this. What will we do for a living? How do we make money? That's literally what my colleagues said. That's just one of many things we know how to cure people with. So it's really for money. We're all a dollar sign. It's about making people sick and maintaining them sick for the dollar. And that's just a sad state of affairs.
Wow. If maybe you're as blown away as I am from that information. I mean, that's stuff that you just don't see on mainstream television. So thank you for sharing that with us. Dr. Chuck, some final thoughts on the clip that you shared?
Well, is there censorship? Yes, there is. Are there cures? Looks like there are cures. What can we do? Keep an open mind. Look for truth. So many times we want to go on what we believe as opposed to what the truth is.
Or what we feel.
Or what we feel, yeah.
Right.
So we really need to be looking more for truth on these things. So, yeah, you need to find a doctor you trust, too. I've fired a couple of physicians myself because they're not, you can tell, you need to think this through. This is science. Wow. This is not politics or other things.
Right.
This is science.
Sure.
And so, yeah, we just need to be honest and truthful, and I'm afraid that a lot of these truths are being hidden from us.
I love the fact that we always think of the doctors as the authority, and of course to a point there is, but we do as a patient have a right to ask questions and find out what the truth really is.
What do you call the doctor that graduates at the bottom of his class? Doctor.
Right.
Okay.
So there's good and then there's other than good.
Absolutely. In every profession. There are good dentists, there are other than good dentists. There are good electricians, you name it, attorneys. Yeah. And so you need to make sure you find a good one.
Would you please consider sharing this information? It's so important. And Dr. Chuck, if people want to get a hold of you and they've got more questions, how can they do that?
You can reach me at AMA, which is Ask Me Anything, AMA at the Dental Medical Convergence.org.
Okay. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.